Hi guys, it's Coach Callum here at T12. Hopefully you've seen my first video up until the lead up of this one and you know what I'm all about, what I'm talking about. If you don't, I'm going to tell you now. So I'm doing a 4-part nutrition series on really the basics of everything that you need to know about nutrition, and trying to cover as much of the basic information that you guys need to know to be able to help with your results, and also just improve your general knowledge, things that you might not know already. So today, part 2. If you saw my first video, I talked about calories and energy balance, so how important that is towards your goals. And today I'm going to talk about almost what those calories are made up of, and now that is what are macros. So you might hear us talking quite a lot about macros. It's basically a short abbreviation for macronutrients. Now what macronutrients are the 3 things that are in black written on the board. So we've got protein as a macronutrient, we've got fats as a macronutrient, and we also have carbohydrates as well. Alcohol is also a macronutrient if you didn't know already. The reason why I've not put it on the board is because it's not really important. However, so these 3, the main 3 when we talk about macros. So what I'm going to talk to you about today is we're going to talk to you about, relevant to the previous video about calories. I'm going to tell you what calories are in protein, fats and carbs per gram. I'm going to talk to you about their importance and what their role is in terms of your own diet, and how you can sort of use them to help you get results, and also just my sort of take on what protein, fats and carbs do for you essentially. So we'll start with protein, which is obviously a word that you'll hear quite a lot within the gym, and you've probably heard us talk about before. You'll hear quite a lot, you'll see it on a lot of packaging and stuff as well. And if you're unsure of what it is, I'll tell you a little bit about it now. So protein, relevant to the calories. Now protein per gram has 4 calories per gram. So if you were to get 10 grams of protein, it would have 40 calories involved in it. So just relevant to the previous video, if you didn't know that already, protein has 4 calories per gram. Now the importance of protein is really to help repair your muscles, help rebuild your muscles. Obviously when you're training in the gym, and we do a lot of weight training as well, we are damaging the muscle tissue. We are creating tension in the muscle, and also little micro tears within the muscle. And effectively what protein does, it gets in there, it helps rebuild them, helps them become a little bit stronger. And that's really its main process. There is other functions. It can be used as an energy source, as well as the other 2, but the main function for protein is to help repair muscles and help rebuild. So it's quite important when you're training in the gym, doing squats and deadlifts and all the different types of exercises that we do. And the third point is not a fun fact, but something about protein that you might not know. It's probably the most satisfying nutrient in terms of satiety. So what satiety is basically how satisfied you feel from eating a certain meal or eating a certain type of food. And protein is probably the most, the highest in terms of satisfaction. It fills you up for longer, and you do feel full after eating some protein. So that's protein. I'm going to move on to fats. Now fats can be split up into 2 different categories, but I'm not going to go into that too much detail. I'm just going to talk generally about fats, just in total. So we have the calories per gram. Now this is where some people get a little bit confused, and this is where some people can mix up as well. So anything that is a macronutrient under the level of fats is actually 9 calories per gram. So compared to protein, it is double and also a little bit more as well. So you have to be careful when you're eating fats, the fact that it is denser in calories compared to the other 2 macronutrients. So things like butter, things like nuts as well, quite a couple of dairy products like cheeses and things like that. That's why if you were to have a lot of them, it eats up your calories pretty quick in terms of your intake. So that's just something to take note, guys. It's 9 calories per gram, and that's why some people just get a little bit confused with that. Now, in terms of the function for fats, in terms of your body and how it helps you, we try and aim for a minimum target of fats. Now, that is probably shooting to around about 0.25 grams per pound per body weight, so or body weight, sorry. And then basically what that does is it provides enough fats within our body to help with our bodily functions and make sure that we are basically working as best as we possibly can be. Now, there is a minimum target to hit, like I just said previously, but anything above that you can be flexible with it in terms of your approach, how you take that to dieting. So that's the approach for fats. And then fats are normally the type of food that tastes good. And I know it sounds a little bit stupid saying that, but if you think of the things that you would class as sort of a little bit sort of unhealthy, if you will, things like butter and so on, and oils and things like that, it's a food or a food category that it tastes really nice, and a lot of people enjoy some good fats like butter and things like that. Okay, so that's fats. Now I'm going to move on to carbohydrates. Okay, now this is a sort of topic where some people are a little bit afraid of carbohydrates for many different reasons. I won't go into those. Maybe in another video I'll go into those. But yeah, carbohydrates are probably the most controversial out of the two. But yeah, I'll talk to you a little bit about carbohydrates now. So they are exactly the same calories per gram as protein, so 4 calories per gram of carbohydrates. And effectively what the purpose of carbohydrates is, and really its only purpose that it serves to your body, is it provides energy. So carbohydrates are our body's most preferred source of energy, and that is really where you'll hear people talking about, oh, get your carbs in pre and post workout and things like that. Just to try and give you energy to fuel your muscles for your workout, if you will. Again, I won't go into too much detail about glycogen and things like that are involved in carbohydrates and different types of carbohydrates, like simple and complex carbohydrates, but as a whole they do provide you with energy, and that's as simple as that. So that's the function of them. And then this is a little bit of fun at the end. Carbohydrates, a lot of people class as the good stuff, so things that you, like I say, people might not think they should have. But honestly, please do not be afraid of eating carbohydrates. They're essential to a balanced diet. Having a mixture of all three is really important, and obviously you can see the importance that they have to your body, and getting a mixture of them all is really, really good. How you determine what sort of split of macronutrients that you have. So you hear us talking about sort of, oh, you need to hit this amount of protein, this amount of fats and this amount of carbohydrates. It really depends on your personal preference in terms of your diet, and that's something that us as coaches at T12 will be able to help you with and help you achieve that. And if you are struggling a little bit, just ask us some questions. If you want some more information about some of the information that I'll put on the board, then please let me know. But yeah, carbohydrates is normally classed as the good stuff, if you will. So yeah, I've tried to cover as much as I possibly could. There is more information to go into. There is more information to go into about each macronutrient itself. But to keep it really, really basic, we have protein, we have fats, we have carbohydrate. They are macronutrients. That is what makes up your diet, if you will, in terms of your calorie intake. A mixture of all three added up by these numbers will make your calorie intake for the day. And obviously you can see that they're all important with the repairing muscles, helping with your bodily functions, and also energy as well. We need all three, especially when we're training. So you can see the importance of them. And yeah, like I say, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please look out for part number 3 of my nutrition series. And like I say, if you've got any questions on this video, please drop me a message. Please drop any of the other coaches a message, and I will hopefully see you guys soon.